Yeah, I hope I'm still that spry. Just
99 in October.
crazy.
You sure? You are live. You're live. You can start the meeting.
Okay, it is 5:30 exactly for the May 30th, special called park board meeting. Those those present, Danae Shelton, Katie Warning, and David Worley, as well as visitors,
Rachel Foley.
Rachel Foley with the,
First Area Development District.
okay, Mayor Gene Colbert. And is that all we have to say?
No.
Just
Well,
Nancy
you
Brown,
can-
yeah.
Staff, what's your name again? Allison McQuaid, John Ward, and Dustin Brown.
All right.
And that's all that are here.
First thing is the approval of the minutes from our May 6th meeting.
Motion.
Motion by David. Second by Candy. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Now, open forum, public comment on proposed land and water conservation fund grant application for the expansion of the multi-use trail system in Calvert City.
Can I give a little brief on that? Okay. This expansion is actually carrying, if you remember, we did the gravel, road from Railroad Avenue and Cedar, down along the railroad and connected to the, Doctor's Park walking trail. So what this is designed to do is to create or expand our multi-use trail across, it comes across Fifth Avenue into Doctor's Park, by the Civic Center on the east side and proceed around the outer perimeter of Doctor's Park. You would go down the east side of Doctor's Park, along the trail, and then it goes on the north side all the way to Railroad and Cedar. That's that is the actual, the route we're talking. It's not doing all of the trails within that park system, but the outer portion of the loop. And that just carries us from Railroad all the way around and down and connects to our existing walking trail at Fifth Avenue. This is a Land and Water Conservation Fund grant that we're applying for. The project is estimated at $254,000, and this would be a 50-50. So, and what's the max on it? Or is there a max?
Honestly, don't know. I just paid attention.
I said, I don't-
127 is.
But ours would be 50% of whatever, and that's just an estimate. So we put 125 in the budget for that purpose. If we're accepted. If we're not accepted, then we would push this down the road. We're not gonna try to tackle this straight on. So, but this is a forum, that's open to the public for public comment about, do you like it, do you not, do you have questions? So that's what this is for. It's a requirement of the project, or of the grant. Ms. Foley is the grant writer and manager. Well, you're not manager on that one, are you?
Yeah.
I don't think so, you're the grant writer. So we'll manage in-house. Well, this will not be the first time we've submitted or gone through a Land and Water Conservation Fund. We've used it for the tennis court, when we did the tennis court. There's been several others prior to that. I'm not so sure that the part of the funds for the amphitheater didn't come from the Land and Water Conservation Fund. Matter of fact, I think if you look, there's a plaque on the side of it that tells you that. Any project we have that's done with that fund has to have a plaque noting that. So, and it is in perpetuity.
And it stays for that use. That's what
It
that
stays
is.
for that use. That is correct. Did I leave anything out? Oh, good. So if you have any questions, Rachel and I will be glad to. What's the definition of perpetuity? Now and forever? I can't say.
Long as the wind blows and something.
And as long as the city is still in a city, I guess.
Is there a timeline about the grant? Like it has to be in by a certain time, or it's just when we submit it and then?
It will be turned in tomorrow, pending this meeting that no one has any problems with it. We've, John and I worked together in the last months and we've gotten all the maps and insurances and all those things that I need. And then, got all the deeds, because your park is actually in 6 different deeds. And so that was one big one.
And why is that? Because we just acquired the land.
At different
Correct.
times.
We've never put it all together. So, and we've actually added 2 tracks since you and I started, or since we started on the board. We've actually added 2 tracks to this Doctor's Park out here. We've actually taken on one from Dr. Culver, and then we've taken the other one on that we got from school. And another, I guess it's 3 because we actually swapped out a little bit with the Maymakers.
So we had that last corridor, moneymakers approach us to swap them, we just did an equity.
Yeah.
And they felt a lot better. After from their land.
That's kept them with the acreage that kept them in the ags from.
Although I used to pick blackberries on that property that was considered the city property.
You want blackberries, just come by. I got plenty of them, okay? I promise you, you can get your
They're
blackberries.
woods, they're, kind of the row there of, shrubs or bushes going into the, that, of course, used to be the city, and so we picked blackberries. It's okay.
I got plenty of blackberries, more than I'll ever, that's for sure. So if you want some, you're welcome.
I may take you up on that.
You're welcome too. Just check in with the Omaha, and she'll let you get on back.
The entire thing, will be 10, the entire,
It would be 10, it would extend, or widen the trail 10 feet to 10 feet all the way around that outer portion. Not the intersection of it, but
This way,
the
just going that.
east and the north end, all the way would be, make it a 10-foot wide.
it's not 10 right. So
It's about 8.
so the end along the tracks widen.
Along the parallel to railroad tracks and then down the east side.
I mean, golf carts are technically not supposed to be on that.
No, they're not.
Or bikes. Or bikes.
Right.
Or bikes. It's not a multi-use trail now, but
Would that change it?
Yes.
yes, yes. It will.
Non-vehicle. You got to cut through the woods and there'll be a bridge probably. At some point, crossing that, there's a creek that runs through the woods there.
We actually built a road all the way through.
I'm talking about on the south end,
Oh,
where it goes behind the apartments.
okay, that actually was not part, I know the old road bed that was there, they had a section off, it was a
I don't
road.
understand.
There's, when you first get on the trail, there's a culvert. Oh, okay.
there a culvert there? But
There's
I'm
a
talking
couple
about
of
the
culverts in
south
there
end,
with-
right behind the apartments. It showed it coming up and going behind those apartments by on the west side.
Yeah, there is a little segment that we did not get to my knowledge, and that was that, it's not listed in there. You'll see it on that map. There should be a narrow strip that was set aside for a road at one time that they never built. Because they were in the development.
That's the correct. This, I don't know.
No, that's the
deviation. There's something. Oh,
There's not gonna be a trail around that track over there, so this is,
Oh,
It's
okay.
just that house.
this is
Oh,
from here
I thought that,
all the way
I was
through.
thinking the market was the trail.
Oh, no, that's the
Yeah.
actual, yeah, that's the boundary. I'm sorry.
So this is.
The dotted line.
The ground comes in here.
I see what you're saying, yeah. That makes more
This
sense.
is what we want. And so that gets us linked up with multi-use all the way
That
in here.
carries it from downtown, Old Calvert, all the way out. All the way out.
The only abuses I see right now, we do get vehicles on our. Right now, they're not supposed to be vehicles, but we do that a lot of bikes and golf carts, but sometimes vehicles want to cut the corner, and even though you've got a nice stretch there, we still wanna go cross country down there, and that's why we can't have anything nice, so Brad's always busy trying to put barriers up, so we stay with the trail. And it's like, how simple can you make it?
Saw some of those barriers were replaced with removable, some of those posts. Little posts that were concrete into the ground, they were cut and then replaced with like removable posts. They were just bolted down.
I don't think so. I think they're
Well,
all,
we're talking about down out.
I'm talking about in front of like the old, like maybe hut area, some of them don't. Were cut out like a week ago.
I don't know what that is. I got the same question.
They were concreted in and some of them still are. Now they cut them out. It looks like they reconcreted a little section and put a base in there and then bolted a new post down.
I'm not familiar with that. I might have some questions on that.
And I thought maybe so that if they need to take them up, if they need to drive a trailer or rig down through there, they could, they could somehow pull them
Well,
up.
there's what, Justin, three or four different.
It's not supposed to be vehicle access. We've got other places for that. It's news to me. I'm not sure what's going on. I hadn't heard about that.
But I'm really happy here. I guess get the gravel so we can maintain it. Why not? Thought that we could be more compliant. So they'll link up now. We're trying to step up the underground process. Along Valley, trying to get it done.
Well, we added the fence already down on the moneymaker end. We've got the fence, we've got the retainers where you can't get a car through there. Bicycles can, golf carts, they can all still get through there and come down by the railroad tracks from Railroad Avenue now, but I think we pretty well kept cars from doing it unless they drive through the fence. So, but that hasn't happened yet, thank God.
Yeah.
But we use the same fence like we've used over here to separate that, so it's delineated.
It looks nice. The fence.
Yeah.
And then the little curve, you gotta keep the curve in that, it's a visual, it's nice. It's a curve.
Done to bird activity that include your cars. Vehicles were cutting across the moneymaker's property to access the trail. Instead of getting on where they were supposed to, they would just cars, any bicycles, motorcycles. Everybody. Yeah, everybody would just cut across the yard, the grass there and going across their property to get to the trail instead of going down and coming through the entrance. I'm going like, it's not that far.
So
back.
years ago, there is I think, can't remember, is it a sewer line through there? There is a utility.
There's a water line through there, I
And
know.
there's a right of way associated. It's cleaned out, people use that through there. This proved it can be done. And, but since we have this road in here, I tell you, from my wandering, like she has all seen it from time to time, but there's a lot of people over from that area access. And even if it's crawling around on the golf cart, it's still getting out into the park system. They're not. I think it's important.
And the amount of people, like this time of year especially, but on those back T-ball fields and the golf carts, I know it's not gonna be anytime real soon when we get this done, but there is a huge amount of traffic back there for that. So that will widen that and make that a lot better.
What else do you need to do, Rich? We got any questions? Go on.
That's it. Just the certain things that I passed out for, if it's here, then you would agree with or disagree with it.
Oh, it says on
Something
that big
on
one thing.
City of Calvert City Trail expansion.
Multi-use trail extension.
I'm on the top of here, but
Management. So we'd be happy to do this.
Say the project name again, please.
City
Well-
of Calvert City multi-use trail expansion.
You gotta have the LPA on there. And then the title. It all rolls into one.
I don't know what he's talking about either. You're gonna have to explain to me.
The LPA, that's the city or the unit.
Oh,
A is the
yeah.
local
Which
park.
city? Yeah, we got that.
Okay.
So Calvert City is the LPA. in this case.
Sorry, I've been on brain jury today, all kinds of acronyms that I'm like.
Oh, come play in the airport with me.
Oh, I bet.
I think they've got a Bible of thick of acronyms.
Come on, you have to calm
They
down.
talk in
It's like,
ABC
John,
now.
Slow down, slow down.
I'm getting so excited.
They talk in ABC.
People will call us, you know, we manage the airport, will call us. ABC, Q, J, T.
What's your Unicom? Yeah, what's your Unicom? What?
The PPA is actually.
That's too far.
You know, I'm right. The HON rule,
The email I got.
Right here with you.
the HON rule is the hazardous organic niche act. And the niche act is the national mission standard for hazardous air pollution.
That's crazy. But if you didn't.
Everybody knows
if you
that.
didn't use the acronym.
Ryan's right.
Acronym and an acronym.
Jeremy would know. Yeah. Everybody knows that.
Okay.
Overhead utility.
D. That works. Christmas in May.
So the 50-50 split, $127,113 times 2 is the project's total cost. For 254, 220. So for those who want to ask, that's always try to get him at $127,000.
Now, they don't have to award that amount. But that's what we're asking for.
They could say.
They can award less than that, and it would be up to us. But right now, we're looking at the 50-50. If they were to award less than that, I wouldn't do anything without going back to the council and get approval for that change. Because we budgeted 125 and it's got the first reading, so unless something changes, I expect that to go through. And it's only gonna go if it, goes in, if we get the grant. But this is for this year's cycle.
So you submit it tomorrow and then what's the timeline?
I think that is not a federal grant. It might be a couple of years. I'm not lying.
No. Oh, I know. Okay, is that it?
That's all I have. Unless there's any other comments or questions or concerns. If not, then we're
Motion to
done.
adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Meeting adjourned at 5:40.